Go again, fucking vibe. If any of you can get me out of this bum festival, please, please help me, man. Please, please help me get the fuck out of here. God help me. Please, Jesus help me. If you care about me, once again, you know what I mean, don't like this on, like it on Facebook, yeah, that's great, all my friends see it, but please, if you care about me, if you care about my family, please go to YouTube. It costs you nothing at all, $0 and 0 cents. Go to YouTube, look up The World According to Romance, subscribe, please. Thursday morning, I was in the shower this morning, and I heard a banger from back in the day. A little ditty called Girl You Know It's True by Milli Vanilli. And it inspired me to make this video this morning. Now, I grew up, you know, my years in high school was 1986 through 1990. And to me, that time period is very slept on, very forgotten, unknown, and uncelebrated. Because I think my generation, Generation X, were smaller than the generation above us, the baby boomers, and we're smaller than the generation below us, the millennials. So we get slept on. But trust me, I know all about that era, and I'm gonna clue you in on it. We're gonna revisit what I like to call the New Jack Swing era, okay? What is New Jack Swing? New Jack Swing is a movement that happened kind of simultaneously with gangster rap and the coming of, like, you know, the whole thug idea of being a hood and a rapper. There was a time when rappers dressed in suits, man. There was a time where you had to be dressed to a T. You had to shop at the Oak Tree or Merry-Go-Round to get your gear. That's where I used to shop. You know, if you've ever seen the beginning of the show In Living Color, what the way they're dressed, and I mean Heavy D is a perfect example of the New Jack Swing sound. There was a lot of people back then that was wearing Z Cavaricis, you know what I'm saying, shoes with little metal tips on the end of them. Just the styles, the fashion back then. And during that time period, I think some of the greatest music ever came out. But there was one group that in particular was kind of a farce, but typified the whole situation and the plasticity of the late 80s, and they were called Milli Vanilli, all right? Now what Milli Vanilli was, they're a duo from Hungary, I believe, or Czechoslovakia, one of those countries. I mean, they had, if you've ever heard the song, Girl You Know It's True, ooh, 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 I love you. All right, that song is their number one, their biggest hit. But they had their album, they had one album, and they did have 5 top 10 singles off that album. It was a mega hit, and they were everywhere for a while. And Girl You Know It's True, they sampled the Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full beat. And let me tell you something, anytime from 87 through like 93, if you sampled that beat, you had a hit, man. That beat is still to this day. I think it's like, if you had to send a song into space so that if aliens find it, they might know what hip hop is, I would say send Eric B. and Rakim Paid in Full, or Lottie Dottie, but Paid in Full got that beat, man, that driving, that thick ass beat, oh, you gotta love it. So they took that beat and they made Girl You Know It's True. Now, I always knew something was wrong from the minute I saw them, because, you know, like, when they talk in interview, like in the raps, like in their songs, it's like, I'm in love with you, girl, cause you're on my mind. You're the one I think about almost every time. And then they go into an interview and they're like, yeah, it's good to be in America. I like being here, it's fun, me and Rob and Fab like it. They talk like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they rap like they're from the ghetto of America. It just didn't add up to me. Well, here, there was a lot of this going on in the late 80s. CNC Music Factory was another one that did this. They were just puppets, they were just good-looking people, because Milli Vanilli look like supermodels, man. They look like freaking male models, bro. They look like they could be hanging out with Derek Zoolander and shit. There was a lot of groups that like were pretty people in the videos, but that wasn't who was singing. And that's exactly what happened, and it all came to a head. Milli Vanilli was not only down to win a Grammy on the Grammys of, I think it was the 1990 Grammys, or maybe 89, I forget which year it was, but they were supposed to win a Grammy and they were supposed to perform, and they performed, and while they were performing, somehow the record skipped. I don't even know if it's at the Grammys this happened, but right around the Grammy time, they were performing live on TV, and somehow the record skipped while they were performing, or the tape, or whatever the hell they were like dubbing themselves over and singing over, and it became like readily apparent to everyone, like the whole gig was up and everyone saw through it. All right, that ended Milli Vanilli's career, and later on, I don't know if it was Rob or Fab, but one of them killed themselves over it. It's sad that he committed suicide. He was so embarrassed. Man, I wish I could, whichever surviving member is left, I wish I was famous, and I'd say, yo, bro, give me what you got, figure out the lyrics, and sing it like you sing it. Don't do it. You sing it, motherfucker, me and you. And we could do all their songs together, because I know all of Milli Vanilli's songs, and I love, like, yeah, when it was happening, it's shitty. They were easy to pick apart. That's how I feel about Vanilla Ice. Like, when Vanilla Ice came out, it was so easy to shit on him, but I fucking love that song, and I love him. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking icon for white rappers, bro. He lifted me up. He shit on me a lot because he made white rappers look bad at first, but in the long run, I love him, and I love Milli Vanilli, and I love that era, bro. I miss it. That was the happiest time of my life. But anyway, Milli Vanilli, for those of you who don't know, it's a forgotten song, forgotten music, forgotten time, the New Jack Swing era. It's Thursday, man. It's a little bit warmer out today. Y'all have a great day, man. Help your boy out if you can, and if I can help you out, I will. My name's Richie Romance. This is The World According to Romance. Please like me on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Support me. Peace.